Hi, I'm Dinah Reyes, and I'm here with Bailey Hendricks talking about Student Council. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So what is Student Council?
Student Council is a group that was started last year that we can improve school spirit and the events that go on in our school.
Okay, and who's in charge of this?
Mr. Roth.
Mr. Roth. And what do you guys do in there? Like, what do you guys talk about normally?
We talk about different activities that we could be doing to improve our school, different little things that we can be doing, such as hanging up posters and billboards to improve school spirit and get kids interested in the activities at our school.
Okay, and you mentioned that Mr. Roth was in charge of Student
Yes.
Council. Is there anyone else that's involved?
Mr. Dormer comes to quarterly meetings, so once every semester he comes, and Dr. McGriff is normally a part of it.
Okay, and how can you join Student Council?
To join Student Council, you would have to talk to Mr. Roth. He's the one that picked kids who he thought were student leaders, and he pushed them to be in this group. Obviously, not everyone comes to every meeting since we have them every 2 weeks, but a lot of kids do come and are actively participating.
Okay, and is there any criteria? Like, do you have to have like a certain amount of grades or anything like that?
You definitely have to be a student leader. I don't know if grades were a factor, but definitely the student leaders were picked.
Where are the meetings held?
Normally in the Audion.
In the Audion. And when are they held? You said every 2 weeks?
Yes, every 2 weeks. Right now we're alternating between period 1 and 8, so that kids who maybe have early release or late entry can at least be coming to one meeting a month.
Okay, and like any other organization, do you guys have fundraisers or try to raise money for certain things that you guys do?
Right now we're not having any fundraisers, but in the future I hope that we can have some fundraisers. It's kind of hard since we are kind of similar to our Blue and White Society to have fundraising, but I hope in the future we can.
Okay, and do you guys have any events planned in the future or any big projects that you guys are trying to set out?
Our big project right now is to improve school spirit. So we've been talking about putting up more bulletin boards around the school, advertising our events more, maybe getting some murals painted on the hallways. So that's mainly what we're doing.
And what's like the big goal of this? So painting all those murals and doing all that, like what's the main goal at the end of the day?
The big goal is to bring Norristown back to what we know it can be. We know right now we have a little bit of a reputation, and we want to get that reputation pushed out the door. So we want to have different elements in our school implemented so that we can bring back our school spirit.
Okay, and kind of just like getting into deep to Student Council, what are some things that you guys talk about?
Obviously, we talk about a lot of school spirit. We've talked about improving our 9th grade in the past, so having better activities for them, having them feel more acclimated to the school.
Oh, okay. And that's all that I have for you today. Do you have anything else to add?
Student Council is a really great organization. I believe that it's one of the better organizations we've started at the school because it allows students to have an outlet to express their concerns.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you guys heard Bailey. If you have any questions about joining or even just like coming in like for a meeting or something like that, please be sure to contact Mr. Roth. Back to our host.